Hey everybody, it's Indigon and I am back with another $half hunt coming off of my best hunt of the year last week. So got another two boxes. I believe they are both circulated. Let me go ahead and get the camera zoomed in a little bit here and we will see what we got in box number one. Definitely cleanest tear so far this year. And not seeing anything crazy as far as enders go. Definitely got one some circulated there. Got some new enders, but had new enders in the last box, and it turned out to be really, really good for us. So everybody knows what we're looking for: silver, varieties, errors, things like that. So let me go ahead and push this out of the way, and I will get into this box, and I'll bring you in after each 10 rolls, or if we have a find. Rolls 1 through 10 gave us 3 NIFCs, a 2008 out of Philly, a 2015 out of Denver, and a 2018 out of Denver, all in really nice shape too. So these may potentially be book upgraders for me. I really need I think it's the 17 and the 19 I don't have in my personal album, but I got 40 more rolls in this box and a whole second box to go. Bring you in after the next 10 rolls. Rolls number 11 through 20 are going to give us one more NIFC, this time a 2010 out of Denver, and this one does have some circulation on it, so it probably won't upgrade, but fourth NIFC in the box. 30 more rolls to go. Bring you back in on the next find or the next 10 rolls. Rolls 21 through 30 are going to give us two more NIFCs, a 2018 Denver and a 2019 Denver. And unfortunately, I checked and I need the 2019 Philadelphia, but it's still pretty nice condition NIFC. And yes, my hands are filthy from these coins, but also had this 1983 Philly with a really pretty tone. It's going to be hard to show through the camera, but it's got that nice like orange and blue tone to it. See if I can get it to show up. Probably don't have the right light in here for the camera, but see over the eagle, you got some toning up there. I hold nicely toned halves aside and keep those in my book. So I will bring you in after the next 10 rolls or at the end of the box. Rolls 31 through 40 gave us two more NIFCs, a really nice 2002 out of Denver. Does have a little scratch on the obverse, but this is almost definitely a book upgrader for me. And then ask and ye shall receive. I got a 2019 Philadelphia, and it is in really nice shape. So this is, I believe, a slot filler, if not an upgrader for my book. So two more really good NIFCs and 10 more rolls to go. The last 10 rolls of that box are going to give us three more NIFCs, a 2019 out of Philly, and this one might even be nicer than the last one. So really glad to find that one. Had a 2020 out of Philly, and then a 2012 out of Denver. And then we also had a gorgeous 1971, looks like somebody popped out of a mint set because you see it's got a little bit of that haze to it. But really, really pretty, really clean. I seem to find the 71 Denver's quite a bit, so I will definitely hold on to that one. And then also had a 1989 P, not quite as clean. It's got a little bit of chatter on the cheek there, but overall still pretty nice. May check that one against the album. So all in all, I have had 7 to check against my albums. And then I ended up with 11 NIFCs out of that box. No silver, no varieties. But let me go ahead and get these out of the way. Bring this second box in here. And I will do a live opening for that, and we'll get into the second box. All right, so let's see what we got in box number 2 for the week. And unfortunately, we will not have a hunt next week. I will have a video for Sunday, but I will not be a $half hunt. But this box actually looks probably a little bit better. Got a few older enders on here, so let me go ahead and push this out of the way, and I will bring you back in on the first find or at the end of the first 10 rolls. All right, I got to roll number 7 here, and we got a little ridge going on here. Figured I'd open this one live. It's probably just a damaged coin, but in the event that it is not, I figured I would have it on camera. And it looks like, I don't know what that is actually. Where's the line? Right there. Let's see what we got here. I'm not seeing anything unusual looking at it from the side there, so I don't know what was going on with the ridge on the paper, but it's definitely not silver, and it doesn't look to be damaged, so maybe that one right there? I don't know. No idea. So bring in on the next find. First 10 rolls of box number 2 gave up 1 NIFC, a 2010 out of Philly. Bring in on the next one. Roll number 20 is going to give us 2 more NIFCs, a nice 2004 out of Denver. Those are pretty common in my area. And then a 2018 Denver that unfortunately has some ring of death on it. So probably won't be holding that one either after the hunt, but I will hold it until the end, and I'll bring you in on the next one. Rolls 21 through 30, going to give us 2 more NIFC finds, a 2018 out of Denver and a 2014 Philadelphia. It was in pretty nice shape. It's got a little stain or something going on the shield there, but otherwise pretty nice. So 20 rolls left. Bring in on the next one. Rolls 31 through 40 are going to give us another NIFC, a 2011 out of Denver. It's got a little bit of circulation wear to it. And then we're going to have a miscellaneous, a painted 1984 Denver. And I don't know exactly how this was painted, but it's yeah, it's painted. That's about all I can say about that one. So 10 rolls left. I'll bring you in at the end of the box for an end of the hunt wrap up. Last 10 rolls of the box, and I'm going to have a Hold Bicentennial. It looks like it was done with a screwdriver, a Phillips head screwdriver actually. So very poorly done Hold coin. And a 2004 out of Denver. I believe we've already found one of those. But we're also going to get the first variety of the hunt, a 1971 Denver, and I believe this one is DDO number 6. And I will try to add some footage in here in a minute showing that. But the reason I think this is number 6 is you see the split and kind of the whoop. Well, the curve on the top, the swoop, there we go, that's the word I was looking for. You see the B here, so see on the B this line right here, and then this inside curve. That's also, I'll try to pop up a image of that right here, see if I can do that. But this is, I think, the telltale, and then also the E has this super long tail on the top there, and there's not really any splitting on there. So this one was either number 6 or number 17, and number 17 has some other splits, so like splits in the S and trust that this one does not have. If I can get my hand out of the way, sorry. And there's nothing really going on here. It looks like there may be a very slight bit of doubling in that W, but I don't think so. I think it's just the way it's worn. But there's supposed to be a little piece here, and then there's supposed to be a die scratch right over the T in trust, and I'm not seeing that at all on this one. The date is also not quite as noticeable. This little notch in the 1 on the number 17, it's completely separated. And then there's a little bit more of a notch to the G on the 17, but this one is mainly in these 3 letters. So the I, the top of the N, and then the G. So got DDO number 6, and the only variety of the hunt. Let me go ahead and get all of the finds together, and I'll bring you in for an end of the hunt wrap up. So apparently I was in such a hurry to try to identify this DDO here that I didn't notice on Variety Vista that DDO 6 is actually the FS 102. I believe, I mean, obviously mine's worn example. It's probably an AU 53 or 55, maybe a 55, but it is worn. It's not perfect. It's pretty nice though, but it does have the exact doubling in that eye. So look right here and then see the little notch right here, and that's exactly what we have in this picture. Now down here is a little bit more worn. As you can see, mine's a much later dye state. Do have the little notch over in the G there, and then they're showing the U, S, and T, and it says there's some in that. So let me come over here, and I'm zoomed in, but it does look a little bit doubled, but again, not a lot. I don't know why they would even show that when you have actual evident doubling in the B and the I right there. Again, up top here, and on the side, the extra thickness there, and that huge tail on the E coming off there. So I don't know why they didn't include that, but they didn't. And there's the L, again, a little bit extra thickness there, but definitely doubled in the I, the N, and the G. And there's the little notch in the 1. Hard to tell on the 9, but I believe it is there. So yeah, I didn't notice it, but we have an FS 102. And again, I probably have already done it by this point, but I'm going to throw up some slides and show my coin that I just found, DDO number 6, DDO 17, and then I may throw in one for the PCGS, like a true view or something of one that they've said is a 102. So really cool find, even better than I originally thought. So let me get back to those slides and I'll bring you in for the wrap up. All right, so there's all of the finds. We ended up with a 2002 Denver, a couple 2004 Denvers, 2008 Philly, 2000 P and D, 2011 Denver, the 2012 Denver, 14P, 15D. We had 4 2018 Ds, 2 2019 Ps, which again I think is a book filler for me, a 2019 Denver, and then the 2020 Philadelphia. Also had the miscellaneous painted coin that I will not be keeping. The poorly holed bicentennial, again, probably not keeping that one. And then the 1971 Denver DDO number 6. So no silver, nothing crazy in the box, but glad to find the variety, glad to find one for my album, and overall I'm pretty happy with the hunt. If you enjoyed this, please hit the thumbs up. If you'd like to see more, please consider subscribing, and thanks for watching.